Hey, what's up, you guys? Good to be back. It's good to be back once again. And I've decided to make a video just based on me as a trophy hunter, as it being a part of my channel. I want to say about a third of my channel. And I've come up with a list of things to sort of keep in mind as a trophy hunter, just so, you still are able to have fun with it. So, number one. Prioritize fun. Don't turn a hobby into a chore. If a game is miserable, stop, as your enjoyment is way more important than a platinum. Now, this is one of the things that I have to keep in mind when just games that come out in the future or games that I've been meaning to get to. The entire point of me playing the game is to explicitly just enjoy the experience that the game has to offer for me. Now, there is this side of me that I have to go, well, if I don't get the platinum, then that means I'm bad at the game. If I don't get the platinum, that means I failed at achieving everything in the game. This is just a game. This isn't something that is, should be on the, I forgot what the book is called. Something that should be on, like, the Guinness, I forgot how you pronounce that word, the world record. It's not something that it's just you doing everything that the game has to offer. But if you aren't having fun, man, just go to another game. And then you can come back later, and once you're sort of craving that game to play, so that you can sort of store that potential energy and expend it into the game that you've basically been trying to plat for a while. Next, avoid shovelware. Now, avoid pay to win or extremely fast, cheap platinum games, as they can diminish the sense of accomplishment. This is one thing that I've kind of like, if I know that there's a game that is extremely easy and getting the platinum on, unless I was looking forward to playing the game, I'm not going to add that to my collection or list, because I feel like that's kind of a cop-out in the whole point of you hunting a trophy. That's like a bounty hunter calling themselves an elite bounty hunter, but they're tracking, easy to spot, easy to lock up, people. It sort of degrades the title of you being a trophy hunter, if that makes sense. So I would avoid those shovelware trophies, because if it were up to me, I wouldn't even put that on display that I've acquired the trophy, just because it's a nothing trophy, similar to like a Telltale game, if you will. Next up, manage burnout. Take breaks, play different genres, or play multiple games simultaneously to keep the experience fresh. That's one thing that I'm doing right now, actually, because if you guys have been following my channel, I've been sort of getting the platinum in like damn near every Ninja Gaiden since last year, and the only one that I haven't acquired is 3. And 3 actually isn't that hard, but after doing back-to-back Ninja Gaiden trophies, it just makes you feel like you're playing the same game over and over again, and it sort of burns you out. So to switch things up, I decided to go to Mega Man 11, which is a platformer, a different game. And then on top of that, I've gone to Final Fantasy X and X2. And I just didn't realize how important it was for me to switch genres and just to keep that experience fresh for me, because, playing the same genre over and over again will make you feel like gaming is dead. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are going through right now when playing games. They play the same games and they don't sort of branch out to, I guess, increase their game mechanic understanding, and it just becomes this loop-de-loop of insanity, if that makes sense. So if there's one game that you're having trouble with platting, such as me with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, take a break, go to another game, and eventually come back to it, and just continue the journey, if you will. Next up, use guides wisely. Use guides for collectibles or hidden trophies, but try to play through the game blindly first to avoid spoilers. Now, this is something that sort of ties into me prioritizing fun for the first thing. You don't want to spoil yourself when trying to get these trophies. You still want to experience the game as if this was your first time coming into it. You don't want to know what, who Terra is. You don't want to know who Sephiroth is. You don't want to know who I'm trying to name another special boss. You don't want to know who Simon is. I'm just going off of just the last crazy boss that I fought. You want to walk into these games and kind of have like a feel for the game in your own way, so that you aren't following someone else's preconceived notion on how they played the game, because you never know, your sort of intake on playing the game could be used for someone else playing the game down the line. But that sort of means that you'd have to ignore all the other people's sort of tactics and stuff like that as well. The only time I would say tap into a guide is if you're having trouble with a specific boss, or you're having trouble with understanding some sort of puzzle, or you don't quite understand the rules, then you can look into guides. But if you're starting your game off reading guides before even jumping into the game, you're ruining just the fun or the experience of the game for yourself. You just are. So I would say just use guides wisely and don't jump into the game with a guide. Next up, handle difficulties. If a game has a highest difficulty trophy, such as Devil May Cry or Ninja Gaiden, God of War, please make sure that you can handle it, and make sure that it is able to be stacked. Now, what does it mean when I say is it able to be stacked? If you beat the game on the hardest difficulty, you instantly pop the hard mode, the normal mode, the easy mode, the very easy mode. Once you beat that hard difficulty, you get a freaking slab of just trophies, and that cuts your time down tremendously, trust me. So when you're handling these difficulties, and this is where I always say, I don't know what that was, and this is what I always say, tackle the hardest difficulties first, because it will teach you how to play the game as fast as possible. It'll teach you, it'll force you to learn the mechanics that the game has to offer for you. And I've said that countless times for sure, but this is me sort of giving you the tips and tricks on to what to keep in mind as a trophy hunter. I'm by no means the best trophy hunter or the trophy hunter with the most trophies, but I still think that I have information that could be useful to beginner trophy hunters, or trophy hunters that have started maybe a couple of months before, But yeah, make sure you guys are handling the trophies so that difficulty spike could work in reverse when cleaning up all of these trophies. Next up, check for missables. Now, this is when I say this also ties into the use guides wisely sort of tip. Check for missables. Now, missable trophies aren't trophies that you play something and you miss it in a stage and you're able to go back to the stage and get it. No. Missables trophies are the trophies that you'll have to create an entire new save for, an entire new playthrough just for you to obtain the trophy. The earliest memory of a trophy that I've come across that I almost missed was getting all the records in Expedition 33. Now, I was lucky enough to get the old key, but if you don't get the old key, you have to redo the whole game and get that old key in the prologue, just so you can get that last record towards the middle to end point of the game. But the trophy won't pop until you get every single 33 records, so that will make the game last even longer. So make sure you guys are checking for missable trophies, because you don't want to have to restart an entire playthrough just for this one little nitpicky thing. Lies of P was another thing too, where you had to talk to an NPC, but if you sort of like beat a boss, the NPC ends up dying because you didn't talk to the NPC first, so you have to restart, stuff like that. So make sure you guys are checking for missables. And if you guys are using the guides first, only look at the missable trophies first and then see what those missable trophies actually are. Keep your ego in check. This is just a game. Now, I understand that, you know, being a trophy hunter, it's really hard not to brag and boast about the challenges and the things that you've overcome. But you got to understand that this is just a video game, and this is nothing that, you know, it's not like you went to war and came back unscathed. It's not like you went to war and brought all your soldiers and your friends and you know, your teammates back. We're just playing the game. We're just having fun. And when coming into the trophy hunter community, just keep in mind, it's all love, it's all jokes, it's all, you know, this and that, but don't turn it into an ego thing. And when someone challenges you to do a trophy, don't take it as a sign of disrespect. Take it as a sign of them trying to increase your accolades, your ability, or just making sure that they can relate to you. It's not so much of them trying to attack you. So yeah, keep that in mind. And finally, unfortunately, my freaking radiator is bursting heat. Enjoy the journey, man. Enjoy the journey. It is a personal hobby. Feel free, once again, to ignore trophies that require tedious grinding, tremendous grinding. I'm talking spend 100 hours doing yada yada yada, or make sure you put in 300 hours doing yada yada yada, or, you know, make sure you reach level 1000 and the XP is ridiculous, yada yada yada. Like, you know, just enjoy the journey, okay, you guys, and make sure, you know, this is just all fun and games, and the trophy hunting community will welcome you if you understand all of these tips and tricks. And hell, they'll even boost your morale because you've been such a great member of the trophy hunting community. Now, before my radiator gets loud and obnoxious, I'm going to have to end that here and say, you know, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think are some good tips and tricks for collecting trophies. And now in this day and age, I've been collecting trophies since, oh God, I think this was 2010. I actually have a clip of that. Hold on.
Trying to get a platinum trophy this year. Now, basically, I don't know if I'm going to accomplish this goal I am trying to say here. If I am going to get a platinum trophy, I'm going to be really happy.
Yeah, that was me when I was 12 years old. You guys will never find that video, and I will never tell you until later on down in my YouTube career. But yeah, man, make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Give me a like or a dislike. It's to your liking as always. And hit your boy up with that subscribe. And peace. Radiator, I can't stand you, but it is -8, so you're doing your job.